I was a correctional officer maybe about 15 years ago. We oversaw 400 inmates. Everybody who goes to prison finds religion. I don't believe him one bit. I think that's just fluff for the judge to make himself look good. Somebody that kills two people with his bare hands, that does never find God. God was never in his life, and God will never be in his life. He told the truth about Natalee for himself. The one thing he didn't think of was me. So the day he thinks he's a free man, he's gonna see my face. We're gonna see eye to eye for sure. I'm gonna whoop his ass when he thinks he's a free man. So that's a guarantee. I don't mind saying that in public. I don't care if I get in trouble for it. That's what's gonna happen. That's what, there's not a jury in the world that's going to put me in jail for that. And I truly feel like I'm sure I would not be alone in that little sliced bit of justice. So, hey, we'll live stream it for you, and it'll be a big hit.
Why do you think investigators weren't able to find any evidence at the time?
I think it's because his dad, being Chief Justice on the island, I 100% believe that he had interference in the investigation process, that he was able to be above the law, that their family essentially corruption 100%. I have no doubt. And it would take the country of Aruba to come prove to us in the world that there was not corruption, that the burden's on them, not us, because I'm going to 100% say that it was corruption. And that's why he was able to get away with murder. So it's really disappointing that Aruba authorities had a killer in their custody and he got away with murder. So essentially what that tells me is, if you want to kill somebody, go to Aruba. You can get away with it there. As my mom said, the black mark's on them, not on us. They are 100% obligated to look into any type of potential charges, from lying to authorities, misleading investigators. I'm sure there has to be some crimes that he had committed, as far as, lying to the police. I think if me or you were to lie to a police, we'd be in jail. So I feel like that there has to be something. I understand that it may not be a murder charge, but there is still something that I believe that the Aruban government should be responsible for. He admitted under oath, under a polygraph test, that he killed my sister with his bare hands. He was in their custody for so long. I mean, how does that even happen? That's just unbelievable. But I'll tell you how I believe it happened, because his dad was in the government as I can't remember exactly, but him being in a position of power allowed him to get away with it. And I think that's a problem, and that Aruba's going to have to answer to that. We finally have the actual truth that he admitted that he killed her. But however, I'm still a little indifferent because at the end of the day, he did it for himself. He didn't do it for us. He didn't do it for my mom. He didn't do it for the world. He did it for himself. And that still kind of makes me a little bit angry about him. This is the very first, out of all this time, the very first little bit of actual justice for Natalee that he's now having to deal with. So that's such a good feeling. Well deserved, well past time. So it's great. I know I was talking to my mom yesterday. She said that she feels like she can finally rest. She's been going 100% for so long, almost 2 decades. So for her to actually be able to take a deep breath and go sit on the sidelines for a little bit, it's really a good feeling for her.